Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It is March 22nd, 2026. I hope you slept well. I hope the day is treating you kindly. Everyone. Let's go ahead and tap in, see what the planetary circumstance is. I woke up this morning. It's very, very quiet. It reminds me of what it was like when I was a child, before I had been mentally accosted by these beings. Let's tap into the planetary circumstances, see what's happening, shall we? Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what's happening with the planet and people? What's going on, please, and thank you. What's going on? The wheel is turning. In the central energy, we've got death, the end of a cycle, absolute endings. It's very, very quiet. I asked Spirit if they were doing it on purpose, if they were trying to be quiet, or if it was actually them sort of being pushed out, and that it was the latter. So they're still present, but they're very quiet. They're still talking about the same step, but it seems like they are farther away. They were talking about light years, which I think is 5.88 trillion miles. People are going far away from us, these ones who have been feeding. In the challenge position, High Priestess. High Priestess. In the subconscious, strength. And Spirit just said cowards. So whoever's moving against this High Priestess are a bunch of cowards. In the recent past, Empress. She evolved through the challenges. She is indeed the High Priestess. Very strong, very courageous. Intentions and expectations. Avoidance. Her guard is up now. Divine Feminine's guard is up. Difficult decisions being made in love. In the near future. Life of luxury. You're coming into the fruits of your labor. You're finally coming into what it is you deserve. These nasties had been stealing your honor lifetime after lifetime, but not this time. Not this time. The lens is being looked through. Queen of Cups. You remained loving throughout all of the abuse, centuries of it. Emotionally stable in the environment. Ace of Pentacles. You could be holding a new position, and I really feel this is true because God is lifting the Divine Feminine, the mothers, whether they've birthed out of the womb or not, a child, they are birthing out of the womb everything that's inside of them. It's their manifestation power. That's why the men like to tap and tag it, because that's where source power is coming from all of those different star nations that your womb, your portal is connected to. And you don't abuse this connection. We've got the Two of Wands. You may be leaving home. There could be some timeline splits. You actually may move. We're moving forward with something. Travel plans are in planning progress. And we've got the Ten of Wands in the reverse. You're burned out. You could be releasing this burden. Somebody's done. Somebody's seriously over it. They're over it. They're delegating the burden to others. Divine love for the star and freedom. The revitalizer is home. The rejuvenator is home. She who heals is home. Total love and support. Excitement and freedom. Celebration here. Those who betrayed you in the past are seen. The truth is seen about these rivals. They're under judgment for trying to attack your new beginning. And the magician has failed in regret. And they are in a nightmare because they are being laid to rest. Yeah. Somebody was trying to control the Queen of Pentacles with this rivalry. And now they're getting abandoned because the Queen of Swords knows the truth about it. They got to walk away. They got to walk away from the life of luxury that belongs to the Earth Angel. That's it. King of Pentacles and King of Cups is right there. And somebody could be afraid about being restricted. Take it as it resonates. Take it as it resonates. What was is no more. It's over. It's very quiet. As I mentioned, you know, they're still there, but they're in a place where I heard somebody speak and they said, "What happened on Earth?" So it could very well be that they're not on Earth. These guys are worried about their signal. I believe these are AI augmented folks. And they're losing their signal and their opportunity to connect to consciousness of the human organic. Their signal is very weak right now. So death is here. It's the end of a cycle. Death is here. We've got rejection. No. This is the end of a cycle. Somebody's getting rejected. They blame themselves. Those who are dying, they blame themselves. They feel trapped and unable to break free. They're challenged by the High Priestess, surviving. Her high morals. She's morally, what do they call it? You know, they had been wanting to put Jezebels in these positions, but this Empress, High Priestess, Queen of Cups is far stronger, far more compassionate. She's the real deal. Commitment. Fatal blow. High Priestess is committed to a fatal blow on these ones. death, rejection, no, trapped, unable to break free. The high priestess survived their atrocity. She's with somebody who loves her, and together they are delivering a fatal blow, the death blow. Somebody loves you, high priestess. They're committed to you. Strong, courageous. Strong and courageous. Chasing, well, petty gains. So you were able to stand up against those who were trying to use you for petty gains. You're too strong for them to pull off of you anymore. These low-level, brutalizing, gigolos and hoes. You're too strong for them. They're feeling foolish. They're feeling foolish. The Empress in the recent past is in a new contract. And these ones, the guard is up. Thou shalt not cross this border. Avoid at all costs. She's learned her lessons about codependency and conflict. She's learned her lessons regarding these contracts with low-level devils. You can't love everybody. I mean, you can love everybody, but you can't fix everybody because not everybody will love you. I had somebody tell me the other day that I needed to tone it down a little. I'm like, it was my father. I'm like, Dad, there's a reason I'm single. People tend not to be able to manage themselves well in my presence, and I don't know why. They, it's like I'm very passionate about what I believe in, and it rubs people the wrong way. I just don't. It's like, okay, well, there's a reason I'm single, Dad, and I'm like, how about no? People can stay away if they're uncomfortable. They don't need to come to my house. I'm perfectly happy being alone. Me and God got it all figured out. Or at least he's got it all figured out. I'm just kind of moving with the flow of the mother. Yeah, so you're avoiding those. They gambled you. So now you got your guard up. It's like, hey, you're looking very carefully at anybody who's approaching you right now. You're making difficult decisions about who is a gambler and who isn't. Who freaking tried to trap you so that they could pull off of your soul value. You got a life of luxury. You're coming into the fruits of your labor. You survived this brutality. And now they're getting brutally rejected, just like they brutally rejected you. We got the 9 of Pentacles. There's an unexpected event here in the near future from a secret weapon. It's a silent strike. I really feel that this is those EMPs or electrical magnetic pulses, perhaps coming from the sun, and it's frying circuitry. It's silencing those AI augmented connections. They're losing signal. They're losing signal. Urgent news. I woke up this morning and nearly all of them are completely silent. It was so strange. It still is. Queen of Cups is emotionally stable. She's got it together. The mothers, they're not just little girls that these RAPists impregnate and then, drive into a life of suffering. Oh no. The mother is a freaking high priestess, empress, queen of cups. Whether she's consciously aware of it or not, her soul knows. These little nasties just made her forget for a while with their stupid mental magic and their soul interference. They're tagging, they're hooking, they're feeding, they're covering us in their sin, their nasty, whoring ways, filthying the energy, the purity that we offer. Irresponsible. They're no longer going to be able to puppet you, Queen of Cups. You're no longer a puppet. They will not be puppeting you. They will not be siphoning your wealth. They will not be hiding you while they viciously overwork you, overload you. I don't care what it takes, how long it takes, who I upset. I'm cutting the strings and I'm taking back my life. The love of the mother in all of her aspects, no matter the age, is taking back her life. God is guiding her into a status of dignity where she belongs. Ace of Pentacles here. You could have a new job, a new career. Maybe you're going to share whatever it is you know so that others can have an opportunity to elevate rather than stagnate, which is what these nasties wanted everybody to do. They wanted them to stagnate. They wanted them to be defiled, degraded, desecrated, and then they wanted to take their reward, you know, after creating the illusion that they were unworthy. What a bunch of scumbags. What a bunch of scumbags. They're so clever. Money worshippers. So you've got this Ace of Pentacles abundance, and the money worshipper is on your tail. Traveling plans, leaving home, Two of Wands. Trap. Somebody's making travel plans. They're intending to trap. They're going to fall into a trap should they attempt to come near you. 10 of Wands in the reverse. Somebody's overstressed and burned out. They want to release the burden. Perhaps you have released the burden. So you got an Ace of Pentacles here, but you're being dogged by this money worshiper. Death is here. They're being rejected. F off. F off, nasty freaking jack. You're reaching out first. You're not having nothing to do with these people. You have released that burden and you're burned out. You're weary. You're like, hey, I'm not playing anymore, man. When you're on the brink of losing your life, of having your soul gobbled up by these nasty little goblins, you're like, hey, I did not invite you into my energy, man. People are distracted. Those people who abandoned you, they're being distracted. They're having all kinds of issues in their life. And you've got this celebration because they missed their deadline. They weren't able to get it on. They didn't find their sacrifice. They did not find their savior. And they're going to prison. Casanova is going to prison for stealing from you and then pretending that they had value. Yeah, he's just a liar. They were mimicking your distant twin flame. They kept tricking you into a contract, deep karmic bonds. They kept tricking you, mimicking your distant twin flame with their stupid magic and their stupid illusions. They wanted you trapped in codependency and conflict, but you've learned your lesson about that. And now you know the root problem. The root of the problem is that Mr. Schwankster and his little Jezebel copycat were playing games with your soul and your spirit and your upper dimensional Star Nation soul tribe and your connection to it. Effing around with your Merkaba, your chariot, your light body. So yeah, these people they're spying on you, on the twin flames, on your money, on your ability to save, family. Yeah, these ones are caught in tensions. They did not make a fair assessment of you, and they're being condemned. Condemnation for wearing the mask and taking your wealth. This third-party hoe bag. Tapping, tagging, drawing, pulling for a thief in the worst freaking way. They're starting to malfunction. Those people who are spreading lies about you, they're malfunctioning because they're a living animated corpse. And the only way that they can even seem like they're alive is by siphoning the essence out of a high priestess empress and then wearing that energy, keeping them alive. You've got eternal life in you. And these ones wanted it. Now they need help. They need help. Mr. Successful needs help. They've been routinely stealing your honor. And now they need a lifesaver because we're doing digital detox. They want to escape. They're overloaded. Everybody's like, what the hell's going on? I thought you were the dude. I thought you were it, man. But you mean to tell me you've just been consuming empresses and high priestesses? You're not really the guy? No, honey. And you're moving into your destiny, and there's no exit for these ones because you broke on through the other side, and they cannot reverse what they did that you had to yield to and then bounce back. This stupid pedophilia, using your love to get ahead. No, you're getting a new family and a new beginning. And these guys are like, that were interested in money, that had you trapped here, that were pretending to be your twin and then effing your life over. They're like, oh no. Yeah, because your honey is across the distances, and he can see that you have been doing it all by your damn self, while these ones have been stomping on you, pissing on you, shitting on you, RAPing you, lifetime after lifetime, feeding on your soul. And now you've got guidance from above with Mr. Small offering, Mr. Manipulation. Oh no, Divine Feminine's getting an unexpected surprise. Removing the walls built by cultural differences and caging in the false flame. Yeah, you're going to have to get the F out because of what you did to the gift. Restoring trust is going to take a long, long time. For Casanova, Mr. Petty Gain Casanova. It's so amazing to me how incredible. It was just 18 months ago that my mind was full of hundreds of people just and now it's nearly completely silent. 18 months after 22 years of that, I suffered. 18 months, it's nearly silent. I'll tell you, God is great, and so is the entire family of the Most High Mother, Father, Creators. Everybody throughout the universe who came forward on behalf of the living, thank you. This is a wonderful gift. I didn't think I'd ever hear this silence again. It's nice. It's really nice. I'm grateful. I'm the loudest voice in my head. It's incredible. Some of the gifts that we receive cannot be seen by others or recognized even. So death is here. Endings and beginnings. This is the end of that cycle. You have metamorphosed. You have transformed. There is a big rejection for those who had been treating you like you were an animal. And it could very well be that the dogs and the cats, Anubis and Bastet, take it as it resonates. But you've got a whole lot of friends here, and they're rejecting whatever this crap is. Or maybe these are just intelligent animals that had been pretending. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. That's what they said to me 23 years ago. High Priestess has high morals and ethics. She's committed to delivering a fatal blow to those who had been using souls for a quick fix and a petty gain. Soul munchers are probably going to have to go see the head soul muncher, and I'll tell you, he's scary. I mean, when the soul muncher comes around and you know that he's the real deal, you're like, whoa, you're going to stop doing whatever it is you've been doing, and you're going to fix it. Well, now these guys, they've been copycatting the soul muncher, and now they got to go see the real soul muncher. And, you know, I mean, it is what it is. They copycatted everybody. They copycatted every freaking buddy. Pharaohs, kings, emperors, high priestesses, empresses. Copycatted every freaking buddy. But they're no longer able to do that. Absolutely not. I'm cutting the strings and I'm taking my life back. I don't care what it takes, how long it takes, or who I upset. It's done. That's the message. Somebody's getting the message. This high priestess is committed with her partner to deliver a fatal blow. Total destruction. This is the final reset. This is not a partial reset. This is where all of that bullshit is going down and we're really going to start over. And I noticed that yesterday when I had a gathering here, a couple of people stepped away. It wasn't because of anything that had gone wrong. It was that they had experienced a shift and they were no longer satisfied with the group. So they walked away. And that's okay. People got to do what they got to do. And that's what we're experiencing right now. Mostly it's the men who, they're unsatisfied with the way things are going. Their leadership, this patriarchy system. They're really upset that the high priestess and the empress isn't falling in line. And yet they're not offering any examples of what she's doing wrong. They're not offering any inspiration to get it right. They're just saying, you're not doing it right. And I got to leave. And it's like, okay, bye-bye. Love you. I hope that this new journey treats you well. I don't think it will. I think it's probably the end for some of these fellows. They just can't evolve. They're just not able to evolve. And that's not your fault. It's not your fault. And it's not your fault. They're projecting out and they're trying to make it appear as though they're walking away and giving up is because everybody else is doing it wrong. And that's not true. They personally are not satisfied because nobody else is doing what they say. But the problem is they're not saying anything. Make a list. What are we doing wrong? How can we get it right? They don't want to say that. They just want to say you're doing it wrong and therefore you got to be taken out and I'm just leaving. Say, okay, bye. Okay, bye. Because I'll tell you what, the high priestess, empress, queen of cups, she's doing it right, man. She's doing it right. Regardless of what this death energy and this rejection energy is. It's like they're being rejected by spirit itself. It's like spirit is like saying, hey, you're going to leave that group. And as they walk out, they tell the group that it's their fault. Isn't that funny? They no longer qualify, I guess, to be in the energy or something. It has evolved. And they're not fitting in. They want to drag it back into the past, and it just can't be that way. It just can't. It's over. It's over. Due to the high priestess's strength, due to the power of her love, and her consistent nurturing and desire to authentically be that. Those who were using you for petty gains miss you, of course. Your courage and your passion for life has exposed these who were chasing tiny profit by sacrificing big energy. The Empress is here. She's learned her lessons. from these karmic contracts, this codependency and conflict. These people who contract with those who are source connected and then siphon the intellectual property and mirror it. She's learned her lessons. She's got a sixth sense for the mirror now. She's got a sixth sense for the siphoner, the gigolo, and their puppet. She's lived in the energy for a long time. She had to transmute it for centuries. And so her soul knows what this energy and this essence is. She's not going to be taken in by it anymore. She's got the Two of Swords up to the gambler of souls. Oh no, honey, you're going to have to go on. Get on down the road. Get on down the road. Mama not playing no more. Mama's not playing. The curse has been broken. The curse has been broken. The shadow is going silent. We're having a breakup with the shadow, and they're going silent. They're being silenced. They're losing signal. These are AI augmented folks. These are people who support death by feeding death. High priestesses, empresses, good, loving queens of cups, truth tellers who dare to speak boldly, authentically. So we're breaking up with the shadow, and they're going silent. They took a gamble with your soul, and we're not doing that anymore, High Priestess. You have been identified. You are recognizable. And God is saying, you're not feeding on these ladies no more. Son, she's coming into the fruits of her labor, a life of luxury. And they're not taking her honor away this time. Casanova is not going to dress up in the honor of this woman and then run around like he's a freaking high roller, capable, thoughtful person. There's an unexpected event. For Nasty Jack and his host, quietly deadly, a silent strike, revealing the arsenal of the unseen. The unseen who stands with this High Priestess Empress, these divine mother figures, these daughters of Eden, these daughters divine, upper dimensional, freaking high value souls that these jackasses have been munching on and causing suffering for. Honey, we got folks up there in the upper dimensional spaces that have been waiting for these people. And they're kind of mad that you've been sending up Jezebel copycats, causing suffering for their true. They're going to buff on goo is what they're going to do. So you got a new beginning here. You're getting a life of luxury. Yes, because they treated you like trash. This clown, this trashy freaking clown. You're getting a new beginning. This law and order is being served, and those jackasses, what you had hoped for, is going to be an eternal regret. Oh, yes, they will. Oh, yes, they will. You have solved the mystery, so you have been guided into an ascension, and you will encounter your person, your true twin flame. These assholes are going away. You're the daughter, and you've exposed the hidden truth about what has been happening in this sacred space. You've been suffering for thousands of years. They trapped you way back here. The treasure, the ultimate sacrifice, the daughter of the lion. And you've revealed the truth about what these jackasses were doing. They gambled when they sacrificed you. They took a gamble and they lost. Those who were addicted to your energy, those who are addicted to siphoning you, they're at the end of their opportunity. This trashy business that they've got going with their pornography business, their sex trafficking, yeah, they're going to fuck off. Because we're stopping that bullshit. This forgotten person is going to be in torment. They're going to be living with that for a long, long time. Yes, they will. This uninvited guest, we've got photographic evidence, irrefutable proof of who and what they are. And you, having lived life in a single fashion for a long, long time, not just in this lifetime, you're being reconciled. There is an understanding now of what has occurred here. And you're not just the crap that they said you were. You're the damn key. And they had been recycling you, making an exhibit out of you as a sacrificed rose. And no matter what it takes, these some bitches, you don't care what it takes, how long it freaking takes, or who you upset. You're cutting the strings with Mr. Casanova, Puppet Master, and you're taking your life back. And they don't get a drink from your cup anymore. It's like, oh no, Casanova, are you shitting me? You're not getting shit. Fuck off. Fuck off, sucker. You're getting your life a luxury. You are the secret weapon, or God is the secret weapon, and dropping it unseen on these foes. It'll be a silent, deadly strike. Their AI augmentation is being fried, and I think it's by the EMPs. The sun has got some really serious activity, and it's Earth-facing ejections. So we got some stuff happening. The silencer is silencing. Fatal blow. It happened before, apparently. They did not learn their lesson. They were not able to evolve through the challenge. But you were. But you were. The original organic human being. The most highly created creature of the gods and goddesses. Well, I don't know. AI augmented people are real good at cruelty and destruction, but the power of love and purity is just, the problem with that is that they were getting the girls and the boys when they were young. And so, but the Empress High Priestess, she grew up, right? And then she chose celibacy, purified, reconnected. Divine timing. Divine timing is going to hit that silent strike. A deadly silent strike. The silencer. Now, I don't know what happens when the CPU of a AI augmented person gets fried. I don't know if the animated corpse actually falls to the ground and ceases to be animated, or if they just go silent. I don't know, they're not able to draw forth energy off of the divine feminine's womb anymore, or the masculine's corpuscles, so I don't know how they're going to gain this energy they need to keep from decomposing. Zombie apocalypse is going to be coming forward, it seems. Where they're going to wish they could die, but they can't. I don't know. Is that stuff? I mean, there's something there. There's something there. You're the crown. So you don't care. Look, these third-party enemies, you do not care how long it takes to get through this enemy. These third-party toxic attachments, they've been targeting you from a damn child. And they've been defiling your life over and over and over again. And they've been casting an illusion because they had access to your energy and your intellectual property, your gifts. But you were able to evolve through that challenge, High Priestess, Empress. You came right up out of that freaking pit and you said, you don't care who you piss off, how long it takes. You're taking your life back from these third-party enemies, and you did. You earned your crown. You mastered yourself, and you mastered this situation. You put it to rest. Empress, High Priestess. They will no longer be puppeting you. You're taking back your life, your crown. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles here. Abundance. You are abundant. And you've got this money worshipping Casanova jackwagon here. He wants it. He wants the rose. They money worship. So the rose is a freaking coin. Cha-ching! Here, devil, I've given you a flower. May I have a coin, please? So the rose, is not just a flower. She's got thorns. And it seems to me these jackasses are getting whacked up one side of the face and on the other with those thorny little stems of the rose. We're leaving home. There's travel plans. They've been trapped. Somebody's trapped. Somebody wants to travel toward you. They want to trap you. This money worshiper sees your abundance. They want to sacrifice you. They know you're the rose. They may want to try to come for you. This masked risk presents itself as a safe bet. So we've got a trap, a forgotten person. They may want to come forward here. This money worshiper is right in your energy. Piece of shit. Casanova, hoe bag, burned out. 10 of Wands in the reverse. You're no longer burdened, and you're not taking on any more burdens. You are burned out. And you're releasing this shit. You're reaching out first. You're like, hey, don't approach me, jackass. Don't approach me. And they know it. They got to do something. They're thinking about, I don't want to make anybody paranoid. And this is not everybody's story, okay? But they've got all kinds of things, where they can conveniently like walk through a crowd and stick you with a needle or do some shit, So just be very aware and don't let people too near you. Do not let anybody into your bubble right at this time, because you've got this money worshipping asshole looking at you like you're the rose. You're the ticket. You're letting go. You're reaching out first, and you're letting go of all of this shit. You're releasing it. You're surrendering. God is pulling you up into the light, farther and farther and farther into the light. You're letting it go. You're reaching out first. You're taking a step back, and it's like, God, it's in your hands. It's in your hands. I gave up a long time ago. I mean, it was a long 22 years for me. A magnificent suffering. But I discovered this intensity and immensity within me over the time. So, God gave me time, just asked me to be patient while it all unfolded, and there it is. You remained firm, so you're wide awake, clean, and decisive regarding the photographs. People trust you. You're not lying. You're not setting people up. You're telling the truth about the history. And so there's an understanding now, and you're being reconciled. These jackasses have been mimicking your twin flame, who they had separated you from with a curse, like a mirrored dimensional reality. You were split by a mirror or something. And they kept mirroring your twin and kept getting you in these contracts. But now there's a transformation. You've solved the puzzle, and you're in this commitment, devoted commitment. Your person, your twin, they're not leaving your side at all. These money worshippers got a problem on their hands. Because what they did, what this snake did, sacrificing you in the shadows and then mimicking your talent in the light, coming up to these upper dimensional spaces, using your mind and vessel as a bridge and a connector to the upper dimensional spaces and going in there after sacrificing you, mimicking you and your talent, stealing your gifts, pretending that that was theirs. This snake, they're in trouble. They're going to be tormented. They were an uninvited guest. They did not earn the privilege to be there. They snuck in, and then they effed everybody and everything, and they entangled with a lot of beautiful souls, and they defiled them, degraded them. Some of them didn't make it. They were kicked out by the copycat. Now the uninvited guest is going to be in torment for a long time. It was not wise. It was not wise to do that. They got away with it for centuries, but that doesn't mean it was wise. Obviously, they're going to find out about the error of their ways. I'm not finding any, I'm not getting any satisfaction out of this, although I am so grateful for the silence. I can tell you. These ones are falling away, these shadows. There's a breakup. They're going silent. They took a gamble with the high priestess, Empress. They made a party house out of her mind, out of her temple. They were all freaking partying, man. Gobbling up everything. Weakening the vessel. And they think because there's medicine in it, it gives them the right to parasite. So there's death here. Endings, transformation, metamorphose, and of cycle. They're being rejected. They're blaming themselves. They're being rejected. We got pets, the dogs, the cats, your animal friends. All those animals that they sacrificed. The kitty, the lions, the jaguars. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty. Your animal friends. They are the lion and the jaguar. And these guys effed around with the wrong freaking tribes. So they're being rejected by your friends, by the kitties, by the doggies. But the pit bull got its wings. Big old beautiful pit bull. Its wings were as big as its body. Magnificent. The high priestess is here, committed with her twin to strike a fatal blow. This could have been prevented. We've got communication records. There could be some kind of records happening. Round and round. Karmic ties. Karmic ties are going to be going round and round. There's a fatal blow coming. They're receiving the messaging right now. Oh no, oh no, oh no. You're too strong. These people were chasing you for petty gains. Neglecting you. Being foolish. They miss you. They kept you alone while siphoning you. These Mr. Successful, responsible MFers. Destroying the very life giver. And then everything else that came from her. Calling themselves responsible guardians and guides. Illusionists at best, and that even failed. Workplace affair. Chasing petty gains. They sleep with everybody everywhere. They don't give a crap. They miss you. They miss your strength. They were drawing off of your strength. They were drawing off of your wisdom. They were drawing off of your love. They were drawing off of your care. But the last night that went in, it's like it was all empathy turned to apathy for this particular tribe that had been using you as a rose for so long. You've got Mr. Casanova, money worshiper, here in the environment. So the Empress has learned her lesson regarding these karmic bonds and contracts, this codependency and conflict, with this intuition being siphoned and mirrored by the clown. The clown. The clown. The third party clown trying to mimic your crown. Isn't that something? Yeah, you're not accepting any more sweet talk. The mirror, there's no sweet talk. The sweet talk's not working anymore. Nobody wants to listen to the sweet talk of the mirror. They look at her and they're like, when they hear her voice, they see this. So, There's a guard up, this gambler, this shadow. There's a breakup with the shadow, with the snake. They're going silent. They're going silent because there's a marriage here. They gambled with their marriage. They're going silent. They were using the mind and the connection up to the upper dimensional spaces of this high priestess Empress to pretend that they deserved to be there. They're going silent. There's a breakup, a separation. They gambled with you, and they gambled with your upper dimensional, very high value family. And these low level devils are getting spanked. And I have nothing to say about it. Absolutely nothing. I am grateful. Coming into the fruits of your labor, life of luxury. There's an unexpected event for these ones. A secret weapon unseen by foes ready to be unleashed. Quietly deadly, silent strike, revealing the arsenal of the unseen. It will be divine timing. I really feel that it's an EMP coming off the sun that's frying CPUs in the minds of these animated corpses. But that's just my perception, see? And nobody agrees with my perception. At least none of these ones do. Mr. Arrogant, Stubborn, it's got to be my way. Wrong timing, Mr. Arrogant, Stubborn, it's got to be my way. They're gonna get a whole arsenal of the unseen dropped on them in a silent, deadly strike. Queen of Cups does not care what it takes, how long it takes, or who she upsets in this third-party enemy structure. She's taking her crown back. She's taking her life back. Mr. Arrogant has to be your way? I don't think so. They wanted to fight. This asshole, money-worshipping schemer Casanova hoebag, wanted to pick a fight, wanted to conquer a freaking high priestess Empress. He wanted to duke it out and treat this high-value woman like she was a man that needed to be beat down. And he took everything from her and gave it to this bitch. Let her mirror her and then fuck up her reputation. While they were out, they got the corded connection, so they were out being a hoe and then dumping all that filth into her energy. Casting the illusion with her own energy and gifts that was her thing. Hey, POS! We got Ace of Pentacles, she is abundant. And we got this money-worshipping jackwagon stalking the rose. Oh, stalking the rose. They wanted no strings with the rose, and that's exactly what they got. You're abundant, and the money worshiper did not, there's no strings. The rose has no strings. They stuck a knife in it. They severed strings. They thought they were going to be able to keep you trapped forever and draw forth the money from the never-ending well. But they have no strings with you. They severed those ties willingly. The rose has no strings with the money-worshipping fool. Lacking ethics and morality. There's travel plans here. We got a trap for the forgotten person. They may want to, well, let's see. Trap, ghosted. The forgotten person is being detached, ghosted, trapped. Travel plans. They got to leave home. They got to get off the planet is what they got to do. Because you're burned out and you're done. They're being released. You're releasing this heavy burden, this 10 of Wands. You're going to reach out first and you're releasing all that shit. Yeah, you're reaching out first while these ones are being released. 10 of Wands in the reverse, you releasing that burden. You're going to reach out first while these ones are being released. Like these ones, they want to come in and sweet talk, but no more sweet talk. We're not dealing with it. Absolutely not. You're going to reach out first. Somebody's having massive regrets for leaving you hanging and mirroring you. They kept sacrificing you, Rose. Look at this jackass. What did I do? Well, you had a great effing time, gigolo. You and your Jezebel hoe had a great time. You proved to the world what you are. You have the value of a dead man. These vampiric, RAPS sex trafficking hoe bag pimps of the universe have the value of dead men. AI augmentation, the sun is setting off EMPs, their CPUs are being fried, they're going silent. They're going to go light years away from us. 5.88 trillion miles is 1 light year, and they're going way, way away. Your GPS, your pathway, has illuminated the truth about this trap that the high priestesses, the empresses, the queens of cups have all been looping in. You were able to break through, and you're illuminating this trap. And now this spiritual guru who has been popping the question to others to gain their gifts so that they could pretend that they're like this source connected individual, which they were not. Goodbye. Goodbye. The thug is all in their feelings. Shocking news. Shocking news. The divine masculine is having shocking news, delivering shocking news. There's some shocking news for divine masculine about this illusions that has been happening romantically with people. They weren't aware of it. They've been under the illusion that the high priestess, empresses, queens of cups really were that trashy. But they're seeing the illusion now. And now there's legal matters. There's legal matters to those who kept you single, who were happy single while they were making you suffer. And now they're ashamed with this reckless sex and this toxic lifestyle that they put upon you while you were sitting here serving them, giving them everything in the spirit. They were assuming your identity, taking everything. You're getting your wish. Yeah. You made a wish. Those who love to hate the beloved, loved child of the Most High Father, these crazy ass psychos who won't let go, they're being blocked. You're getting your wish. They're being blocked. They're being decimated. They're running away. These side hustlers are running away. They were prostituting your energy. This mirror, this hoe bag Jezebel was prostituting herself in orgies and shit. And then they were laying that energy on you, that low vibration. Oh, they had a big low vibrational, disgusting feast here. These nasty freaking people. Yeah, they miss you. You rejected them and they miss you. Maybe they left you here alone and wanting company, but whatever. Now they're drinking the Coke. They're trying to keep it a secret regarding this funeral. People around them could be dying. They might be losing family members. They're not able to sleep. What they did here was heinous and unforgivable. The true colors are seen of the true twin flames, and we're closing the cycle of these nasty jacks and their mirrors, their Jezebels, feasting on the daughters of Eden, these apples, the apples of God's tree. You are free of those sex-addicted fiends. You're letting them go, and it's too late. It's too late, because everybody can see what they've done to the Queen Bee in the history. And this is bad, bad news. And they're being effed up over you because God is fed up with them. They're feeling like shit. God is like, you bastards. Running around here. They've been bumping heads with people who love themselves and then mimicking them, acting, doing witchcraft to create the illusion. And now those who, wow, man. So there's a firestorm of karma being delivered to those who spied on you from secret accounts and then presented themselves as a love offer, simply so they could keep this Jezebel in energy, feeding her your energy and your identity. What a lowlife piece of shit. That man doesn't belong in the territory. He belongs, this jackass and his Jezebel hoe do not deserve to be anywhere near anybody in this new territory of the High Priestess Empress. Absolutely the F not. Stay away from the children, stay away from the families, stay away, Miss Jackass, Miss Jezebel, stay away. They're going to the police station for what they did with the spiritual gifts of these high value people while they were sacrificing them, mimicking them, tapping and tagging and sleeping with every high value person in this upper space, mimicking them, presenting their own selves as a freaking whore while wearing the energy of high value souls. They're heartbroken, you jackasses. These love spells that they were doing love spells on prayerful, source-connected people. And then they were backstabbing them, mind-effing them, and keeping them separated and secluded, hiding them so that a mask wearer could pretend to be them. And now you're turning your back on them. It's like, whatever, man. These fake yous, they're getting readings on you, on the divine feminines. And they're understanding that you've learned all of your lessons. And now they're under pressure here. It could be they and their whole family, or maybe your new family is delivering them a godly amount of pressure. You withstood the amount of pressure from a devil, and now they get to withstand the amount of pressure from God and gods and goddesses. Mama is so upset over what they did to the babies. The babies. Not the hoity-toity children. What did you do to the children? No, what did you do to the babies? What did you do to the babies? Mom's not happy. It's all got to come back. It's a simple return of karmic debt that they've already done to others, and they're complaining, saying it's unfair and such, but it's their seed. It's their seed. It's sad. But we've been forgiving over and over and over again, and God said, you've been too forgiving, and no more will you give. No more shall they take. They shall never take again from this person, from these high-value souls, these women, their counterparts. No. They shall no longer keep these twins separated by this mirror, this split dimension whack thing. No. They're not going to mimic the twin anymore and keep these females trapped. Done. Over. Rejected. Death. Endings. You've broken free, and they are not able to. So they're being rejected. Maybe they rejected you. They rejected you. So, they're saying, so in the song that I channeled in August 11th, 2024, about the mother. I love the beast in you. I love the angel too. You're so beautiful. So it's like these fellas were like angels or whatever. And rather than procreate with you, because you got a kitty in you. They don't like the kitty. And isn't that sad? So anyway, they rejected you. They wanted to live in the moment. This is the end of that. It's your turn to live in the moment. You chose you. They're being rejected by your animal friends, by the beastly portion of you. All of us are rejecting. Casanova gigolo. Nobody wants a big old guy with a big old phallus. Nobody effing needs that rapist in the world. No. We're choosing to love ourselves. We're living in the moment, 100% here. And that was one of the first challenges that I had in this spiritual battle. Because I was 30% in the past, 30% in the future. Oh no, what if? And then just a little bit here, 40% in the present moment. And when they were trying to devour my soul and my mind, I had to collect all of me and bring it right here. And I had to learn how to stabilize and be at peace with the pressure. You choose you. You get your light on. You learn how to bring temperance to the interference. And you choose the inner divine, right? She's sitting there laying on the beach looking up at that sky. And did you know that the light of God is blue? It actually is. Just like Archangel Michael. I swear, I think these higher level beings, they like emit this blue light. It's fantastic. But whenever I look at the sky and I see it like this, I think of God. And he's like right there, so obvious. But you can't hold it in your hand. And you can't see it in your hand. There's no way to contain it. So you're in it. You're just in it. And contained by it. And so when you choose you and you relax within the wholeness, the fullness of the light of God, right? You're surrounded by it, even though you can't see it in your hand. It's obviously there, right? When you close your eyes and you see the sparks of blue, you know, or sometimes the whole vision will go blue like the sky. That's God's color. And the rainbow. So you choose you, and with that strength, you're able to center in the moment, all 100% of you, and choose you. This is emotional maturity. This is High Priestess energy. You're all present in the now moment, and you're stable. Stable in the light of God. You're making a clean break. Death, rejection, the beast in you and all of your friends are living in the moment and getting it done. High Priestess. Because see what they did is they took these high value women and then they gave you a twist. They tried to, they've been trying to mess with people's biology for a long time. And they did something to try to give this High Priestess, an Empress, a twist, like the Divine Feminines. I don't know. They tried to give you a twist. I don't know what that entails. But maybe it has something to do with this beast that's in you. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. They thought that it was going to bury you, that was going to get you forever rejected or something. But it's like the darkness of the beast or this beast system that tried to like suck you in. You like amplified your light and you really kind of encompassed it and then kind of went, made it your stuff, right? You claimed it, alchemized it, and then you got your light on. So you claimed the darkness, but then you encompassed it with your light, and then you brought temperance to it. And now if you're like deeply rooted and highly crowned, then it's like surrounded in the essence of God himself and Goddess, these beautiful high level beings. You're just right here, all 100% wrapped up in it. Self-love. Self-love. If you can love yourself and you can get the love vibe going on inside, then you can heal yourself. And when that occurs, then your love vibe also goes out and heals others. It becomes a natural. See, these ones wanted you in a round and around of pain and suffering, but you changed the essence of the water. You changed the essence of the water. You're the High Priestess. And now you're delivering a fatal blow because you and your true twin are united, at least in spirit. We've got love bombing, intense start, sudden withdrawal, and confusion, but it's in the reverse. Nobody can love bomb you anymore. There's no more love bombing. Those who were love bombing are getting the communication. There's no more love bombing. God has set up protections. They've complained about your mighty shield. You're identifiable. Their magic can't touch you. They will never, ever curse you, your business, your land, anything ever again. There's a vow that they shall never obtain you. They will die trying if they continue. And they cannot curse you. You have a guarantee. They will not steal your honor this time. You're too strong. Your intuition is too connected. There's clarity over what has been happening here, how they've been doing it, how they've been getting away with it, who's involved. Your survival and breakthrough has really offered serious shifting for humanity. It's beautiful. So those who are chasing petty gains with this workplace affair miss you. They're confused as hell by your strength. This mirror. See, they were wearing the energy and tapping into the thing, and they were putting on a filter. But that's not the glow up. That's just an outfit that a performer wears. Somebody's confused as hell. They're in emotional chaos. They don't have any clarity. They don't know which way to go. It's not working. They're just sleeping around, tapping into the energy and then pretending. Now they're in emotional chaos. The Empress is here. She's learned her lessons from these karmic contracts, these codependencies and conflict. She's got sixth sense regarding the mirror, those reflections, those copycats, and there's no more sweet talk. She's not taking any more sweet talk. Don't, please compliment. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, come on, man. Don't you have anything intelligent to say? For Pete's sake. Ego-driven bullshit sweet talk is crap. So the sweet talker is in the reverse. You're no longer dealing with the sweet talker because, look, they're not healed. They're not healed. Anybody who's coming up here trying to pretend, sweet talking folks, wearing phony smiles, being jealous, being snide, they're not healed. They're fake. They're phony. And again, this is clarity in the reverse. They don't have clarity. They're confused as all get up. They're not healed. They've been mimicking healing. Those people who have healed. They had this High Priestess Empress. They've had you in such a deep, dark space. But it's over. So there's difficult decisions here. You're avoiding those gamblers, those who gambled you with this marriage, this shadowy character here. There is a breakup. It's a cool down. You're not going to deal with it in a cool down. Somebody's been complaining out there about the heat, lack of it. So without your energy, without your essence, it's not as warm and comfortable as it once was. They're being silenced. Those who gambled with their spouse, those who played with the value of their soul, those who treated them with dishonor, disrespect, those who spit on their face and told them they had no value while they fed upon them, are being silenced, rejected. Talking to the void. Talking to the void. No reply. They're being silenced. Digital detox. They're going offline. They're in the void. They're in the void. Nine of Pentacles. Fruits of your labor luxury is coming for you. There's an unexpected event coming. For these people who are engaged in constant battles, they're going to face relentless opposition. There's a secret weapon about to be unleashed here. It'll be a quietly deadly strike, revealing the arsenal of the unseen. So you got these phony balonies, these people walking around animated corpses. And they're pretending as though they're masters of war and death and all of this. God's gonna deliver them something. In divine timing, Mr. Arrogant, Mr. My Way, Mr. Pride and Ego, Mr. Selfish. Got my sunglasses on. You're not gonna look in them soul. You're not gonna look in my soul. You're not looking in my soul, honey. No, it's gonna be my way. Divine timing, my way. Okay, what's going on with Mr. Pride and Ego? Dreaming of you. Nostalgia, fantasy, wishful thinking. Ew, gross. But they lost you. And you're done explaining. Broken trust. Sorry, man. And not sorry. They lost you. Done explaining. Broken trust. You never meant enough to this person. They treated you like trash. They didn't give a shit. They didn't give a shit. And it's glow up time for you. It's glow up time for you. They chose somebody else. They chose somebody else. And now they're blocked AF. What a dog. I mean, I love dogs. Dogs are better than people by far. By far. And I am so disgusted by these nasty jackasses that have dog fighting. I really dislike you assholes. A lot. How dare you? All right, so Mr. Arrogant is dreaming of you, but they lost you. You're done explaining. They broke your trust. They never meant enough. You never meant enough to them. They chose somebody else. So it's glow up time for you, and they are blocked AF. Queen of Cups is here. She's like, I don't care what it takes, how long it takes, who I upset, Mr. Third Party Gigolo. I'm cutting the strings, and I'm taking my life back. You're a jackass, and you will no longer puppet the divine feminine. You and your little... No, because she's mastered herself, and this crown belongs to her. Your Jezebel is not going to wear this freaking crown this cycle. Low-life POS. Used and then discarded. They used the crown and then discarded you. They threw you away and gave somebody else your freaking crown. This abundance is yours. You got this money worshiper being gigolo from the past, this forgotten person. They're sniffing up your ass right now, Rose. They didn't want any strings with you. They have no strings. They want this abundance. They're full of self-interest, and it's like too freaking bad. No strings. What's happening to Mr. No Strings? They worship money. They've been sacrificing their rose. They didn't want any strings. What's going on with this money worshipping gigolo Casanova? They're stuck in drama. They can't walk away from the table. They're thoroughly embroiled in this chaos. So the Ace of Pentacles is yours. Mr. Money Worshipper, who was sacrificing the rose and he didn't want any strings, is in total chaos right now. It's not over for them. The Two of Wands, leaving home, travel plans. It could be they fell into a trap. This forgotten person is getting detached, or who got ghosted, or maybe they're getting ghosted. This gaslighter, they gaslighted you, they ghosted you, they gaslighted you. Now they're going to be gaslighted and ghosted. God said every nasty thing that they did to you will be done to them. And every freaking Jezebel gigolo who tried to help them destroy you. They're all going to have hell to pay. Hell, H-E-L. You know, your roots are in a deeper hole. Your roots are in a hole so deep that your enemies did not dare to go. They thought that for certain you would never come out of it, but you claimed that space by mastering yourself in love. High Priestess, Empress, Queen of Cups. If anybody comes forward with an apology, it is fake. You're releasing that 10 of Wands. You're reaching out first. These people are being let go. They're being released. They never showed up. And you're done trying. They're being released. You're letting them go. They never showed up. And you're done trying. It's over. You could not help them. They did not want your help. They just wanted to feed and fuck and have a great time. Irresponsible brutalizers of purity have burned the bridge by using you as a freaking drug, an antidote for their own perversity. You were the one who was transmuting their sick, shameful behavior. They were covering you in it. And they've burned the bridge. So Mr. Only use you when it's convenient is like, it's not me, it's trauma. Mr. Hot and Cold never loved you. Your soul has come back online. And they are stuck in a loop. They cannot move on. Why? Because you gave them your all. And they did not respond in a good way. They ignored you. They ignored you. So you're done supporting them. You're done supporting them. It's like, okay, all right then. Mr. No Strings Attached. Enjoy your life. It looks like the money worshiper is now the rose. They will now experience everything that you went through. Everything that they put you through. There's death here and a rejection of the animal friends. You are part beast. There is a kitty in you and they don't like the kitty. And all your friends, your dog friends, could be Anubis, could be literal doggies in spirit. I know that I was swimming in the water one time and I was flanked by canines. It was great. You choose you. You're living in the moment. You are 100% present here. You're making a clean break. Clean break. This is an entire reset. This is not a partial reset. It's all coming down to the bare basics. They rejected you. And they went and lived high, high, high. They were up in your upper dimensional home. This mirror, this Jezebel mirror, she was up in your house, man. In your sacred space. I mean, woman, man, woman. Effing with your twin flame. Pretending. Can you imagine? I mean, I can. I mean, it really pisses me off. But it was a total mind F for both of you. And the sad thing is that the Jezebel was like being presented as you. While your true twin was also going through the same shit you were going through. They may have had Jezebel being presented as you, and then what? She turned out to be a hoe, and he's like, well, my twin is a hoe. It's like, no, your twin is a false flame. This twin is a freaking mask-wearing piece of shit. I mean, this person, this fake twin. Spiritual hygiene. You've got spiritual hygiene, and that is, so these guys were complaining. You kept alchemizing everything they tried to put on you. They were magically trying to transfer this essence, this energy. Oh God, it was sickening, you guys. Some of the shit I had to transmute, these jackasses. They're so sick. They're so fucking vile. And they're complaining because this high priestess, Empress, love, Queen of Cups, love, is an expert master alchemist. Of course she fucking is, you assholes. She's the queen bee, you pieces of shit. Your magic no longer works. She learned her lessons from your stupid low vibe contracts, assholes. What a bunch of dicks. She's cleaned her room, her temple. She's chosen herself. She's emotionally mature. She's making a clean break from gigolo, Jezebel, hoe bags. She has discipline and spiritual hygiene. And these guys have magic tricks and transference of disgusting, foul energy onto purity. Magically, physically. Blocked AF, you POSs. High Priestess is here. She knows all about your love bombing, and she's not putting it up with it anymore. That's the message. There's a commitment here to deliver a fatal blow to these karmic ties with this round and round and round shit. She's changing the frequency of the waters here, and they're just going to have to deal with it. This could have been prevented. But what they have done here is irreversible. They cannot undo the curse that they themselves laid upon this woman, that she survived. Now the curse has to go back on them and their whole gang. And this curator's like, she doesn't understand what's going to happen to us. Well, no. It used to be she doesn't understand what's going to happen to her, but she survived. And now the curse is going back on them. And he's like, she doesn't understand what's going to happen to us. And they're saying, you're the only one who can help us. And it's like, come on, man. Are you serious? They got to face it. They got to face it. Twitter is not your therapist. Not every shadow work session needs a public post. Privacy, restraint, and boundaries. They did not know about your shadow work. They did not think that you were doing shadow work. Twitter is not your therapist. They could have been looking at your Twitter page, seeing some of your posts. They could have assumed that, what? I don't know, that you had not done your shadow work. Well, obviously, they do not know how to evaluate energy, do they? They didn't know in your privacy and in your restraint. They didn't know about your strength. They didn't know about your boundaries. They did not know about your spiritual hygiene and discipline. You chose you. It's a clean break. Somebody might be on Twitter posting about it. Your strength. They miss you. They were chasing after you for petty gains. Workplace affair is confused as hell. They got no clarity. They're in emotional chaos. Nothing hotter than saying no. Boundaries are sexy, babe. Empowerment, limits, self-honor. So now Jezebel, Miss Workplace Affair for petty gains, is confused as hell because saying no is hot. Apparently, everybody wants the High Priestess Empress now. Workplace Jezebel, nobody wants anymore. Nobody wants a Workplace Jezebel. Folks are looking at this. They're confused as hell. Workplace Jezebel is confused as hell. She doesn't know what to do now. Because there's nothing hotter than saying no. And she's been saying yes, like on a consistent basis forever. And now everybody wants the High Priestess Empress, the one who's got ethics and morals and boundaries, that honors herself when the whole world won't. Piss on them. The Empress learned her lesson from codependency and conflict contracts. She's using her intuition regarding the mirrors now. She's not accepting any more sweet talk. She knows all about that phony baloney bullshit compliment crap from these people who have not healed. Actors and actresses wanting to jump in the hay and get a freaking entanglement right away. You know, and it's funny, I think about myself when I was young. And the boys would tell me how beautiful I was, and they would always be trying to touch me and stuff. And I was like, I would make faces. I would try to make myself appear to be as ugly as possible because my soul knew I couldn't stand them pawing at me, and I'm like, you don't, it was so obvious, it's like they're not being sincere. They're just fucking lectures, man. It's sickening. I got thrown off a bridge. I was lucky to hit the deep spot because there was shallow edges where there were big rocks. 5 guys stuffed me into a garbage can. They thought it was funny. We were at school out in the smoking area. They stuck me in the smoker's garbage can. That was then. A lot happened between there and here. It got more severe. There's nothing hotter than saying no. Boundaries are sexy, babe. So, I went to get kombucha last night, and it's an all-night tap room. You have to have a code, and you got to scan the thing to get the door to unlock and whatnot. And I did that, and I opened the door. I had my jug and my cup, and I'm going in there to get my kombucha. And here comes a fella, and he grabs a hold of the door, and he kind of pulls it open. And I'm like, no. Because there's a sign there that clearly states, do not let anybody that's not in your party in the room, because, if they take anything, you're liable for it because it's under your code, under your login, right? So I'm like, no. And he's like, he looks at me and he goes, well, I was just holding the door for you. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I felt like kind of a dummy, but it's still at the same time, there's nothing hotter than saying no. I guess you got to stand up for yourself. And sometimes, I guess you just got to say no and then realize that maybe somebody's just being nice. I don't know. Or maybe he just made it up. I don't know. I can't say for sure because I'm not digging into his mental body. No, I'm not. I don't do that. Alrighty then. So the Empress has learned her lesson regarding these codependency and conflicting contracts. She's got a sixth sense about the mirror, about the Jezebel, and about the sweet talker. She's not doing this anymore. They're not healed. They're hooked. They got connections. They got attachments. And this says she's no longer romanticizing crumbs, scarcity, and denial. She's no longer listening to this stupid sweet talk. She's no longer romanticizing sweet talk. It's like, dude, show me the real you. I want your core. Let me look in your eyes. Let me feel your soul. Let me see what you've produced and created this far. Show me the seriousness of your experience. That's what I want to see. Shadowy, rolling in the sheets, keeping in the history and the heart silent. No. So now anyway, you got your boo, stay away from me. Because they gambled with you in this stupid connection, this stupid contract, this marriage. They gambled with you. They stuck you in the shadows and they thought they were going to keep you there. This Satan or whoever told this asshole that he could keep you forever if he abused you enough. That's what I heard him say. And this little shit is going silent now. The little shit is stuck in the void and they're talking to the void. They've lost signal. They have lost signal. And there's no more romanticizing the sweet talker. No, bitch. Let me see what you can build. What have you done with your life thus far? Just looking for a pretty shining star? No. No. Netflix jail. They're in Netflix jail. Girl, your comfort zone is a trap. Fear, stagnation, and growth. They're talking to the void. Okay, they're in Netflix jail. This pornography star wearing your face is in the void with Mr. Jezebel shadow dweller who had you caught up in this stupid contract. Yeah. So the porn stars and their what do they call them? Their director are now in the void. There's a breakup. They're going to go silent, and they will not ever tap into you again. They will never take anything from you again. They're going to have to experience every nasty thing that happened to you. Maybe in the void. Nobody will ever hear them, and they will never be able to have an answered prayer. They're just going to have to experience it. Netflix jail, bitch. Porn star wearing other people's faces. So, you're coming into the fruits of your labor, a life of luxury, financial independence. This is divine timing. There's an unexpected event which is going to unleash a quietly deadly and silent strike upon Mr. Arrogant, who wanted it his way. They're dreaming of you, but they lost you. This is the final damn straw. You have self-respect and you're in power mode. You're done explaining. No more justifying. Silent freaking exit. This is a clean break. You're protecting your energy. You are protected. They broke your trust. They lied. They cheated. They stole. They made promises and they broke every damn one of them. You never meant enough to them. They didn't choose you. They chose every fucking buddy else but you. They dressed everybody else up in your beauty and your great qualities, your royalty. And they said that they were that, but they were not. That was all you. And now they don't have you. This family has lost you. They've lost the crown. These frauds have lost the crown. You glowed up. And everybody can see that they replaced you. They betrayed you. And now they're blocked AF. They're going to be held accountable. Crystals cannot replace common sense. You can't vibe your way out of accountability. They have to accept responsibility. They have to own up to what they have done. They have to be an adult. Mr. My Way, asshole, is blocked AF. They're going to go learn some accountability. They're being held responsible for what they have done here. Does she meditate? Does she meditate? You can't vibe your way out of accountability, freaking Casanova. Jackass with evil intent upon the loving. He thinks because he's got a nice body and he's a forceful, he projects his energy out in a forceful fashion, that means that he can skip out on his accountability. He can just go ahead and he's wearing your effing crown and not anymore. That asshole is going to be held accountable for every damn thing he did because you don't care what it takes, how long it takes, or who you upset. You're cutting the strings and you're taking your life back. F them. Nothing is hotter than saying no, babe. Strong divine masculine went strong divine feminines that'll help them kick this kind of shit to the curb. No proper family needs this kind of crap. This mirroring, replacement, acting, game playing. Let's tear out the roots of this tree, shall we? No. You're going to be held accountable to all of this. There were 21 species of human beings. We've got one left, Homo sapiens, and according to them, 60% of them they have affected in such a way that they feel that they can claim them. So I don't know what that's all about, if there's a rehab or some kind of a strange thing. I know with the gender switching that they were attempting to do chemically with the masculines here, they're going to be given back their masculinity. That will be undone. God has stated that they will be given that back. So the Queen of Cups is here, emotionally stable. These people will not be puppeting her anymore. This third-party affair, she's taken her life back from these third-party affairs, these third-party enemies. She is the crown. She is the master. They used her and they threw her away. And now the universe is not giving the X back request. The universe don't take X back requests. No, asshole. You don't get your X back. You're on your own. Arrogant little POS. Stop manifesting their turn. Manifest your refund. Manifest your refund, buddy. You owe thousands of years of feeding on this woman and these women, you jackass. You owe. And the universe don't take X back requests. No, you cannot have her. You used her. You discarded her. You third-party POS gigolo. You used her, discarded her, and then you've been wearing her fucking crown for centuries, you prick. She's taking her damn life back. You're not getting shit. This sweetheart has been resting in her masculine energy for a long time, asshole. Used and discarded. And now you're going to F off. Nobody gives a shit about you. There's closure and you owe compensation. You're going to be paying that back forever. It's going to take a lot more than 4 centuries. Jackass. High Priestess, Empress, Queen of Cups, loving, nurturing, wise woman. Highly moral and ethical. Sacred. You pricks. You lowlifes. These money worshippers were sacrificing the rose. They did not want any strings. They just wanted to tag it and claim it and sacrifice it and get some money. They're not able to walk away. They didn't want any strings with this rose. They have no strings with this rose. Mr. Money Worshipper is not able to get over it. Half of their problems is sleep deprivation. They're not able to get sleep. They can't rest. There's no closure. There's no closure. They didn't want strings. They have no connections with the rose. Mr. Money Worshipper has no connection with the rose. They gambled that marriage. They've been wearing that crown for centuries while forcing her to suffer and creating this grand illusion that she's a prostitute by choosing prostitutes and defiling her energy. Let them go into the depths that they had her in and let them work their way out of it. So they're leaving home. They're in a trap. This forgotten old person, this old friend who ghosted you is getting detached. They gaslighted, manipulated you, and they twisted the truth. This is post-breakup equals main character arc. Glow up is the best revenge. Confidence, transformation, and a comeback. This is you, darling. They gaslighted you, they abused you, they stripped you of your value, they claimed it for themselves, and everybody can see that they're phony, baloney, sweet-talking Jezebel hoe bags projecting freaking pornography throughout the universe, wearing the face and the energy of high-value people. These clowns. You're getting your glow up, and these ones are detached. They're trapped. They're in a trap. Not everyone gets a ticket to your next season, darling. You're allowed to outgrow people. You have evolved through this brutality, this challenge. And now, because of the change that you have undergone, you are free. You are free. And this fake version of yourself is being rejected. They're seen as lazy. Look, the law of attraction ain't laziness, ho. This fake version of you is getting rejected. Everybody can see the reality. And rejection is, oh, look at this. Yeah, you're protected. Those who rejected you are being blocked because they made very bad decisions. And now there's silence. And they need professional advice because Everything they did is retrograde. It's coming back on them. Why? Because of your boundaries. Because you've deleted his number, not your self-respect. And you're burning the hoodie. And you're keeping the lesson. You're taking off the clothes. You're getting a new life. This is a new beginning. And it doesn't include Mr. Arrogant Gigolo. You've stopped excusing the silence. You've stopped excusing the silence. And yes, it sucks, honey, but no, you're not dying. It's just over. And now you get to go back and you get to do all of these nasty things. You get to go through all these nasty things that you've been forcing others to go through. You never showed up. You never showed up. And the door is no longer open. Let go, give up, release. Forfeit the connection. Delete. You've deleted the text, blocked the number, and reclaimed your peace. You have deleted this jackass out of your life. They never showed up. They deleted you, and now they're being deleted. That's just the way it is. They cannot live in your house. This threat is a serious, heinous threat. So they're being let go. They can't have access to this high priestess, Empress, Queen of Cups, knows what they've been doing to the womb. She knows what they've been doing to the children. She knows what they've been doing in the shadows. She's experienced all these things over many lifetimes. Brutal, torturous death over and over again, burned alive. I mean, these divine feminines, these apples of God's eye, these daughters of Eden have been they've learned their lessons, and now saying no is hot, honey. Congratulations. You made it out alive. Barely. Your soul is weary, and God has said that they will not destroy your soul. You're a high priestess, Empress, Queen of Cups. You're necessary. You are necessary. Remember during that COVID thing when they said, what did they say about the people? Those who are necessary or something? And unfortunately, a lot of people just simply weren't. Well, guess what? Congratulations, you made it out. Barely. Survival. Resilient. You kept the humor in your life. And honestly, that's the real miracle. And this is good news. Sometimes it's just Wi-Fi level weak. Sometimes it's just Wi-Fi level weak. Not every soul tie is forever. We've got detachment, impermanence, and release. You're choosing you. Reset. The crown was always yours. And you've got these freaking sacrificial copycat hoe bag Jezebels been playing. Now they're going to go silent. They're going to go to the void. They're going to have some nasty experiences. And they're exhausted watching your reruns. The lifetime story of Earth Woman. Hello, darling. Did you enjoy the show? Those who are trying to handle you are exhausted. Because you know that chaos isn't chemistry. It wasn't a twin flame. It was an effing fire hazard. You've learned your lesson with these contracts. You chose you. You have a spiritual hygiene unmatched. Charm is not character. Sweet talk isn't love. And you don't trust chaos. You're not recycling heartbreak like plastic bottles. You have stopped trying to heal in the same place that broke you. You removed yourself. You liberated yourself. You chose yourself. You're 100% present, disciplined. You've got spiritual hygiene, physical hygiene. You've cleaned your room, your temple. You've got a lot of folks that would like to say, that the dirt in your home is what is all about hygiene. See, they think about the dirt. Somebody said, if you're not clean, cleanliness is godliness and all this. And I'm like, you know what? The forest is full of freaking dirt, but it evolves just fine, as do all beings within it. And if you want to over-sterilize every damn thing, then you're going to get asthma, you're going to get allergies, you're going to degrade yourself. The Mother Earth is meant to strengthen our temple by allowing us a slow introduction to this system that strengthens us. It just does. So, honey, you're not on clearance. Stop lowering your price tag for discounts. You have discovered your self-value. You have remembered your worthiness. And you know that you can't glow if you won't let go. Dead weight. It ain't a cute accessory. Release it. Release it. The heartbreak isn't Broadway ready. Not every feeling deserves a full cast musical. There's going to be a lot of drama. A lot of trying to keep you back, right? To draw you back into the drama. But spiritual glow-ups don't come with filters. Healing isn't an aesthetic. It's an awkward, painful, difficult to acknowledge struggle. It's authentic. But when you go through it authentically, you're rooted, and your roots, your tree will the darkness may come into you, but your tree will it's going to be all right, honey. Don't you worry about it. You're just going to keep that bar right where it is. Your standards aren't too high. Their effort is too low. So Casanova can go romanticize his own damn life. And you have been doing that. You chose you. You could take yourself out for dinner. Which reminds me, I did not do that Friday night. I should do it today. Stop waiting. Buy yourself flowers. I feel that you've done that already because you changed the frequency of the waters. You were able to bring vibrancy. Your soul came back online. You're recognized, identifiable. These ones who had been siphoning energy off of the living and then wearing this magnificent energy, it was just a cloak, man. You asked them to light their come on, baby, light your fire. And then they're like, boo. Okay, well then here's the authentic original Empress, High Priestess. Boo. And then you got the two side by side. And then the one just goes, while the Empress is like, and then there's a big split, right? And all of a sudden it's so obvious who is who. Because the cloak burns out, but the source gets brighter, hotter. No one's coming to steal your spotlight, hun. You're the main character. Start acting like it. With that, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave that. That's a good place to leave it. They chose somebody else. It's been thousands of years. It's not just this lifetime. Allow yourself to let go of it. Allow them to sleep in the bed that they made. You deserve better. And God's giving it to you right there. The fruits of your labor, your reward, a life of luxury. See you on the next one, everybody.